I'm kind of that witch. I'm kind of that witch. I'm excited. Okay. Welcome back to your favorite show, I'm Kind of That Witch, with Shakira, Janae Pay, that's me. The show where we mix the mystical with the messy, the spiritual with the skeptical. And today, we're stepping into the spirit realm. Comedy is medicine, and I'm your healer. But today, we might need an exorcist or an exorcism. Joining me is comedian, ghost magnet, possibly a haunted man, Oscar Montoya.
All true.
Star of Minx, award-winning actor. He has a list of podcasts that I should have here, but my producer forgot to do it.
You're your own producer.
Are you coming for me? You're trying to drag me already, Oscar?
I did. I'm sorry.
Wow.
I'm a guest. I'm a guest in your house.
Thank you.
Here.
So, Oscar, first question.
Yeah.
You have sex with ghosts, is that correct?
No, I don't have sex with ghosts.
Okay. How long have you been having sex with ghosts?
You think I'm having sex with ghosts? What is that experience like to have sex with
have
ghosts?
sex with a ghost? I mean,
Didn't Kesha have sex with
could
ghosts?
it be consensual? Would it be consensual?
No, it would not be consensual at all.
How do you know? What if you talk to ghosts?
How would ghosts consent?
If Whoopi Goldberg from Ghost had sex with a ghost like they did in that part of the movie with the clay, that felt real sensual and sexual. That felt like consent.
That felt like consent. No, consent is not something you feel. Consent is something you know. And I think with ghosts, either they have to materialize and be like, boo, do you consent to me eating you out? Great, awesome, let's go. But I don't think ghosts inherently do that.
So how do you know this? Because you have sex with ghosts?
Sex with ghosts. If I were to have sex with ghosts, I would be very proud about having sex with ghosts. Yes. But I don't have sex with ghosts.
Okay.
Have you had sex with ghosts?
I do.
You do?
I do.
What's that like?
I mean, I tell you, it creates a lot of turmoil in my relationship.
Oh, yes, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
It's been tough.
Are you like, did you talk about that?
Yes. Roy is the ghost's name. Oh. Roy likes to see me at night, and I'll suddenly be taken aback, and I'm having sex with Roy, and I don't even know why I'm having sex with Roy because I thought I was just about to go to sleep.
Right.
And then suddenly I'm like, Roy, no, not tonight. And then...
Did Roy introduce himself?
Yeah.
As Roy?
He said, I'm Roy.
What does Roy look like?
He's a ghost. I can only tell you what he feels like.
Okay, what does Roy feel like?
You know, Roy feels great. He's warm. He's got a warm temperature.
He's warm.
Some ghosts are cold.
I was going to say, I would say most ghosts are cold.
But that's just a rumor. People don't actually know.
That's true. Hey, okay.
You know?
That's true.
So, Roy, that's all I'll say.
Okay.
I got to keep my private life private, Oscar. I can't be giving away my goodies.
Right. Of course. Of course.
Dia Los Muertos makeup.
Whoa. Excuse me?
Did I say that right?
No.
Say it.
Say it again.
Dia Los Muertos.
Dia
de
los muertos.
Muertos.
Oh, no.
Dia de los muertos.
Yeah, if you whisper it, I think you get a pass.
Okay, appreciating or appropriating?
Are you gonna put on? You gonna put on Dia de los Muertos makeup?
Yeah, unless you say I can't. Can I do this?
What are you putting on? That's not even white makeup.
It's white. It's gonna be white.
Where?
Just wait. I'm black. It takes time. It takes time, Oscar. I'm black. And I didn't have any paint at home. I'm sorry, y'all. I didn't prepare for this bit.
Well, okay. So the thing with the Dia de los Muertos is that's specifically like a Mexican holiday.
Look at this. And you are not Mexican.
And I'm not Mexican. So like
you can't tell me.
I'm not the right like sort of spokesperson for the holiday because it is not a culture that
Do you want to do this with me?
You look like a Dave Chappelle character.
Wow.
And you know which one I'm talking about.
I know the ashy one. The ashy black crackhead one. I had planned this. I said, you know what I'm going to do?
Okay. What? Okay. How? Interesting.
What is it giving?
Interesting.
What is it giving?
I'll tell you what it's not giving. It's not giving
white.
Dia de los Muertos.
It's white.
No. What? First of all, is that silver? That's just highlighter or something.
No, it's white makeup. This is the closest to white I had in the house.
You need like you need Mayron clown white stick.
Oscar, why'd you let me do this to my face?
I didn't tell you to do anything.
You literally said you should put that makeup on, Oscar.
I didn't say that. I said, first of all, you asked me a question of, is Dia de los Muertos appreciation or appropriation? Let me ask you this. In order for me to answer that question, I need to ask you, what do you know about Dia de los Muertos?
Day of the Dead.
Okay.
It's a good.
Who's we?
Coco. Me and Coco. Me and that little boy. That movie made me cry. So I think based off of seeing Coco, I felt seen. I appreciated it. I have some ancestors that we might summon a little later.
Oh God. Okay. Some Mexican ancestors, I hope. Also nice earrings. Who's that supposed to be?
Who do you think? Guess.
Frida Kahlo?
Yes. Frida Kahlo.
What's with her forehead?
I didn't make the earring, Oscar.
But I'm asking.
Oscar, do you like my outfit? I wore this for you.
What are you trying to say with that? Giraffe?
I'm gonna stand up for the audience at home.
That's a giraffe costume.
What do y'all think? This is a cow.
I'm sorry, stand up? That looks like a giraffe to me.
Ooh, I forgot I have to be on the mic. This is a cow. Is this not a cow?
I think it's a giraffe. Can you pull up a picture of a cow
Actually,
that looks like that? I'll pull up a picture of a giraffe.
I'm gonna pull up a brown cow.
Okay.
Brown cow.
And I'm gonna pull up giraffe.
Okay. And we'll see.
And I'm gonna say you're appropriating giraffe culture.
And what is that, illegal?
Yeah, you're gonna get poached.
This is a brown cow print. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? You just ate a burger today. You should know what a cow looks like.
I did not eat a burger today. But this is a giraffe. This is a giraffe. This is what you look like. See?
No, this is what I look like.
Tell me this doesn't look like Shakira right now.
No.
This looks like Shakira.
Only because of the hair in the face. Only because of the hair.
This looks more like what you're wearing than that. Look, and then put the other one side by side. You tell me.
I think I look more like the cow.
You tell me what she looks like.
I look more like the cow.
You look like a giraffe.
It's because I have high cheekbones and you hate them.
Well,
that's why I wore this outfit for you to like it, Oscar. And
I like it. I think it's nice.
Thank you. That's all I ever asked for.
No, you asked me is Day of the Dead appropriation or appreciation?
Yes, I did.
And you still haven't told me what you think the Day of the Dead is.
I told you
you saw Coco. Dude, what did you get from that movie?
I got that it's a day to recognize our ancestors. It's a day to celebrate the dead. It's a day to show love to people who have passed on. And call upon their spirits and wear makeup to it's when the veil is the thinnest between us and ghosts, which is what we're here to talk about.
Okay, but it's also like a celebration of the dead.
Yeah, it's a celebration of life.
And I think it's cool because
of their death.
I think it's cool because it's one of the very few cultures that sort of embrace the dead and death.
Yeah.
Because, in Western culture, well, not Western culture, but American culture, I would say, we're scared of death and dying and all that stuff. But Day of the Dead is no, it's part of life. Yeah. And we're here to celebrate it.
I love that.
Because it's a party. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it is a party. Okay, that's
when
great.
you die.
Yes.
Do you want it to be like your funeral? Do you want it to be like a serious thing? Or do you want it to be more joyful? Paint me a picture of your funeral.
Ooh, I don't want it to be in a church. I always feel what is going on when they're in churches?
Yeah.
I want it to be
well, that would be a little against
who?
The brand of witch.
Where do you see witch at?
I feel crazy. This is...
And before we go to commercial break, would
commercials?
I'm kind of that witch cocktail. Would you
That's literally what I'm saying. This is your brand.
Oh.
You having a funeral in a church is not what witches do.
Yeah.
They have it in a field somewhere.
Yes, that's exactly. You could just either plant me in the dirt or spread my ashes. That's good for the environment.
Plant you?
Yes, people been adding their bodies so that we feed the soil. It's like when people use manure, except my body would just be the manure.
Well,
I'm okay with that.
You said it.
Is that what you think of me now, Oscar?
No, I didn't say it.
You think I'm shit?
You said it. I didn't have to say a single thing.
So yes, I want it to be
Would you wear those
fun
mushroom
and chill.
suits? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Mm-mm.
When I die.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you wear a suit with a lot of fungus.
Yes.
And then
It's kind of nasty.
I love it.
Yeah.
I want that or I want to be burned.
I would either.
Cremated.
Yes. Yep. I'm like either that or cremate me.
Yeah.
Either turn me into flowers or plants.
Yeah.
Or cremate me.
Yeah. Because I don't want to come
I'm
back.
not in this. This is a meat suit. I'm not gonna be. This is gone. I'm not.
So this is your giraffe outfit.
This is a cow, and I'm not gonna say it again.
You didn't have to. Go ahead, drink
break.
your
Would
piss.
You like some?
Drink your piss. I don't. No.
Oscar,
that makes me very uncomfortable.
Why does this bottle make you so uncomfortable?
Because it does look like urine and it's gross, and you drinking it is disgusting to me.
Yummy. Piss.
You look
heard
insane. Of it? It's not even white face. It's like, what the hell is that?
Well, I was trying to connect, and
it's giving the Tin Man.
Should I continue doing the makeup? I can finish it out.
No, please don't. This is as good as it's gonna get.
I do have a mirror on here.
A what?
A little mirror.
You have a TV right there.
I know. I'm using the camera. Okay. So we're here to talk about your ghost story, Oscar.
My ghosts.
Bum,
yes.
bum, bum.
Well, hold on a second. Hold on. You claim to have fucked a ghost.
Yes.
And then you make it seem like ghosts are inherently scary. Are ghosts scary? Should we be afraid of ghosts? You're a witch. You tell me. What are the purpose of ghosts? Like what's the point of once you pass this idea of crossing over? Because remember we watched that Netflix thing that you forced me to watch?
Surviving Death on Netflix. This is a plug.
It is. And at first I was very resistant and you were like, no, this is good. And it's
a great documentary.
It's great. But what's the point of ghosts?
So I think first off, I'll say this is all speculation. I don't have any of the answers.
You're a witch, but you're not Dr. Witch.
Yeah. But even Dr. Witch, they don't fully know. What I will say is that when we transition to the other side, I feel like some spirits kind of stay grounded in this earth realm. Like they're out of the body, they're still here, and they're still trying to transcend to whether you call it the heavens or the
afterlife,
the full afterlife. But I think it's all just energy. So I think it's just based off of when you die, what energy level you're at. If you're still like a earthbound spirit, which is a ghost. Now, and I don't think that ghosts are inherently evil. No, I do not. I think ghosts are people who, had layers. And their souls have layers and their souls are still probably earthbound.
So you're saying that not everyone has the potential to become a ghost.
Yeah.
You think some people's energies are so strong that they leave some sort of residue.
Well, I think
in
too,
this realm.
The thing that I'm torn with is what level. There's levels, there's tiers to ghost, if you ask me.
Okay.
There are tiers.
What are the tiers?
So I would say the longer you've probably been passed on, or if you ascended kind of right into the spirit realm, immediately you're a ghost that's kind of further out that we probably won't
interact with?
Yeah, if we pull out a Ouija board.
Okay. Well, spirit board. We don't.
A spirit board.
We pull out a spirit board. We don't want we don't want Hasbro after or Mattel or whatever.
Do they own that?
Yeah, Mattel.
They own that?
Yes.
That's crazy.
The Ouija board is a toy.
Wow.
Yeah. And it's owned by Hasbro or Mattel.
That's greedy of them to just
What do you mean greedy of them?
Just keep the name to themselves. They know that's what we collectively call it.
But it's like saying do you want a Coke instead of saying soda?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's just common parlance.
Okay.
And
he's smart.
A Ouija.
Okay, Oscar.
Listen, I'm not a doctor or anything, but Ouija is a toy. Spirit board is the thing.
Okay, so spirit board.
Yes.
So if we were to use a spirit board, I feel like we might have access to some people that have been, passed on for a while, but
now who are those people?
That we would have access to, or we wouldn't?
Because part of the spirit board is you are conjuring spirits from the afterlife to communicate with them. For example, if you were to communicate with a relative,
yes,
aunt, May,
grandmother,
let's say it's Aunt May.
Okay.
You're like, hey, Aunt May, where are you? I need to talk to you. If her spiritual residue isn't as strong, we wouldn't be able to communicate with her. True or false?
I think.
Or could we?
We could. I think we're all. I think we could, but it might not be through a Ouija board. I think spirits and ghosts.
Hasbro.
Yeah, through a spirit board. Spirits and ghosts have, just like different ways of communicating. Like some people will send an animal or a bird.
Right, like what we saw.
Yeah.
The hummingbird, all that, butterflies.
Yeah, like we saw all that. And then some people like, they're like, even with the mediums in that episode of Surviving Death, the mediums they were like, I'm getting this kind of energy, or I'm seeing these kind of things. Like they're showing me this. Like every medium had a different take on it. So I think we all just come through differently, like how we are in this human experience. We're all very different. So how we would try to contact a ghost would be different. Yeah. And how we would get a response would be different. It would depend on the ghost and where they are. And I think there are like ghosts and spirits who are in higher realms and like haven't just come out of this human experience. They're just like, I call them spirit guides. Like my spirit guides. My spirit guides are just like a level of wise. Like even just walking over here, I saw 333 and I was like,
wait, you saw what?
333.
What does that mean?
An angel number for one of my spirit guides.
How many spirit guides you got?
I have a lot.
Why do you have so many?
I need it. I need all of them.
You certainly do.
I need all of them. Yeah. I'm asking, I hope they're here today.
Now, when you say angel number, what does that mean?
Angel number is just if we were energy and vibrational frequencies and like synchronicities meant something. Angel numbers is when it's just like certain numbers trigger something for you, like 333, 1111.
Make a wish.
Make a wish. That's why people say make a wish at 1111. Because,
that is an angel number.
That's an angel number.
Okay. Now, is an angel number universal for everyone, or do people have specific angel numbers?
What you feel connected to.
Okay.
Because some people's angel number is like one of my angel numbers is like 914, and that's because I was born on 914. So when I see that, it makes
at 9:14
I was born 9/14, September 14th.
I see.
So when I see 9/14, it triggers something in me, which is an energetic connection to a number. So to me, then I'm like,
that's interesting. Okay.
This makes me feel like I'm connected. I'm in alignment.
Okay. I think I have an angel number.
Do you have an angel number?
I do. It's 154.
See? And you see 154, you're like, okay.
Yes, something clicks.
Something's clicking. I'm on track. Okay, I'm doing the right thing. Sometimes you need a little sign.
Yeah.
So sometimes I get angel. They all technically have different definitions. And this episode is not the angel numbers episode.
Oh, sorry. Then we don't need to talk about that.
They all do have different definitions, though.
Gotcha.
Like if you were to Google angel numbers.
We're talking about ghosts. Boo. Shush.
But yeah, ghosts.
Ghosts. Okay. So ghosts. They're good. They're not inherently bad. Why do ghosts get a bad rap?
Because we're scared of things we don't understand. This human experience is scary.
Yeah.
That's scary.
True.
I will say there's times where I'm like, ooh, I'm doing something and I'm inviting energy into my space. And then as soon as it starts to, I'm like, actually, no, I'm not ready. Like, actually, aliens don't come get me. I have a freak out. Even though I don't think that there are probably, darker spirits or ghosts, lower vibrational. Like, not to get into this as a ghost story, but when I first moved into my apartment, the man who lived there before me passed away.
That's right.
And you remember I said it felt weird in there?
That's right.
And I was like, I think he's still in here.
And I agreed.
Yep, and you agreed.
I felt the energy as well.
You felt the energy.
Yeah.
So then
There's something to that.
Got some crystals. I followed a little ritual. I put some flowers out and I asked him to leave. And I said, I wish you the best. I hope your spirit is free, but you got to get up out of here.
Yeah. Sometimes ghosts don't know. Sometimes they don't even know
that they're ghosts.
That they're gone. Yeah. It's given the sixth sense. You know what I mean? So like sometimes you have to let them know like they are not welcome here anymore.
Yes.
And that's true.
And as they need help sometimes.
That's true.
Like I'm sending you love to get to where you got to go.
Also, because that is the big thing with ghosts is that they have unfinished business in the mortal realm. Yeah.
What about you? What do you think? Do you think ghosts are evil or why people think they're scary?
I think you're right. I think that there's something to this idea of like, if it's not backed by science, then we're immediately scared of it. And that's where the ghost thing comes from because they do inexplainable things that scare us. Where I think like sometimes they're just trying to communicate with us.
Yeah.
You know, I will say there are ghosts and then there are poltergeists. There is a difference between the two of those.
Oh, okay. Well, now you have to unpack that.
Okay, so poltergeists
and this was not in Surviving Death, the TV series.
It was not, no, it's not. But poltergeists are entities like ghosts that are powerful enough to like move objects, fling things around, and they usually are a malicious force.
Yeah.
Whereas ghosts are more of a gentle spirit, sort of giving you signals and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Poltergeists are a little bit more, they're the evil ones.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? They're the ones that like will fling things across the room, will like hurt you, will slap, you know what I mean? There's accounts of all these people getting like hurt
jacked
by these forces.
Yeah.
And I need to like fact check this, but I believe that ghosts typically haunt places and poltergeists typically haunt people.
Oof.
So sometimes, you know, you get a bad juju in the house and you're like, I need to get the fuck out of this house. And sometimes it's not the house, sometimes it's you.
Yeah. You know, it's funny, the TV series Ghost, there are ghosts that stay haunted or attached to a thing. So like sometimes they'll get a guest and they have a ghost that's just attached to that guest.
Ooh.
Versus, or
now, could
attached
you imagine
to a
living
car.
that life?
Like they died in a car accident and somebody repurchased that car.
And then it's following them.
That ghost is attached to the car. But Ghost is a very light comedy on TV that, if y'all want to cast me in it, I would love to be in it.
That's the whole purpose of this podcast.
That's the purpose
is to
of
hire
this podcast.
Shakira.
Thank you.
To be on CBS's Ghosts, you know?
Yes, I can be Alberta's cousin or daughter that she didn't know she had. Actually,
you're pitching
Alberta's
ideas
been
already.
dead for a long time, so I couldn't be her daughter. But I could be one of the niche.
But as a ghost, you could.
No, Alberta's been dead since like the 1900s. She's like a jazz singer.
But you can come back as a ghost.
Oh, I could be a ghost
That's
daughter.
Right.
Oh, I could be a ghost daughter.
Like you died
Oh my
somewhere back in the
God.
day, and it's like, oh, I've searched everywhere, and now I found you.
Yeah, she can't leave the house, so
Look
I would
at
have to come to the house.
Well, yeah, that's why you got to haunt something.
Somebody get Oscar in his writer's room.
I'm just saying we should be in the writer's room.
Can you read your shirt, Oscar, out loud?
Oh, yes. The shirt says, "My cute room cat is waiting. Let's go home and play." It makes no sense. I bought it in Japan and I thought it was very funny, so I bought it. And also, to me, it feels like an introvert anthem, and I'm a big introvert. So
yeah, you want to get home to your cute cat.
Yeah, I don't
do you have
cats.
a cat?
You do.
I have
but
2 cats.
I do not have cats.
Yes. No. Okay, and cats see ghosts. Just in case you're
They
wondering.
do.
See
I mean,
spirits. You can
do.
tell.
Yeah.
They
Your
act like my cats. They'll be like this.
Something's going. I've seen Sahara like
follow something
before
and be like, and she has a little bit of she's stressed out because she sees them a lot and she has to interact.
Dang.
There's times where I'm like, are you looking at me or are you looking at the ghost next to me? What's going on, girl?
Have you seen that video of the talk show where they bring a haunted doll to the set? And so it's a British couple. They go on this British TV show and they have this creepy Victorian doll. Wow. And they sit her in a rocking chair because she can't be moved from the rocking chair. And she's sitting there and they're talking about like they bought her and the owner who used to own her, like that doll is haunted. Yeah. And they were like, we don't believe in that. We just collect dolls. And she would move stuff around the house. Okay. She would scratch the husband.
Oh my God.
Like,
it's giving Megan.
It's giving Megan.
Or Chucky.
And then while they're talking about it in the show, all of a sudden, the rocking chair starts moving.
Oh, that's creep. Okay,
and it's on camera. It's like legit on camera.
That's haunted. Wow. I mean, we might get something on camera in a little bit. We'll see. Ooh. Oscar, okay, we got to get to your ghost story.
Okay, yes.
I mean, how was it? Where were you?
I've had a couple of ghost stories.
Okay, what's the juiciest?
I think a lot of the thing is like this is not a brag at all, but if it comes across as a brag, mate, take it. Take it as how you want it. But I've been very sensitive to like, I feel like you and I are very sensitive to like unexplainable stuff. Yeah. You know? I used to live in this is okay, so I'm gonna rewind back. When I was living in Queens in New York, I shared a room with my sister and I was like maybe 13 at the time, and she was like, 11, and we shared a room. And in the room, I was like old enough to be like, I don't know, like sort of like ghosts don't exist.
You're like, what?
But
no.
We used to have a literal chair in the room, and at night, my sister would wake me up and be like, there's someone sitting in that chair.
Oh, no.
And I'm like, huh? And you know how like when you're like younger and you see shadows everywhere?
Yes.
But when I tell you this was a shape, this is not shadows, this is not anything. It was a shape that felt heavy to me. She was sitting in the chair and you could see the outline.
So it was a woman ghost.
It was
or a girl, a little girl.
No, it was older. An adult seeming ghost. And we couldn't figure out what the gender was, but the only thing that we ended up calling her Cleopatra.
Oh.
Because we knew that she had a very sharp bob.
Okay.
I don't know if it was a ghost or Nicki Minaj, but she had a like in the shape we knew that she had a bob, like poof.
Oh.
And so we called her Cleopatra.
Okay.
And we were like, so what's also very weird about this is that according to my parents, my sister and I would talk in our sleep to each other.
Oof.
Like we would have conversations.
Yeah.
Like they would open the door and they would hear us like fully talking to each other, but we wouldn't remember like what we would talk about at all. But at first and then one day my mom was like, who is this Cleopatra? And we were like, what? Because we didn't tell our parents because they would be like, we just don't, what? They're not going to believe us.
Heck?
And then sure enough, she was like, oh, when I was like walking in, I thought you guys were like up and awake. And I opened the door and you were just talking about who this Cleopatra was and like, how are you going to deal with her? And I was like, I don't remember having the conversation. My sister was like, I don't remember having this conversation. But we were able to figure out that like, she wasn't an evil entity.
Yeah.
And honestly, after a while, it felt like she was there to protect us.
Oh, that's good.
So that was the energy that we felt, and we saw her a couple of times. Did she feel
like a human ghost or like an ET?
Like an alien?
Yeah.
No, I don't believe in aliens.
Okay. That's where we draw the line.
Now that's crazy.
Aliens?
You're insane. No, she felt like a person. She did feel like a relative.
Like a grandmother or auntie or...
She felt like someone that...
Or great.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Maybe a flapper that was related to me or something. But she did feel like very like comfortable, like she was like like a guard dog, you know what I mean? So she was like watching.
And y'all saw her several times over your childhood.
Several times for years. Until we left the house, until we moved somewhere else. But then we never saw her again.
And y'all could sleep in that room? I wouldn't have been able to sleep in that room. But you don't
understand, like I've been very sensitive to forces like that for a while. So for me, I'm like, oh, this is normal. Also, I grew up.
I slept in a whole house where I thought a man would.
I mean, you still do. You are currently sleeping there.
I'm still in that apartment.
But
I think he left. I think he's gone.
I think he left too. But from an early age, my grandma was the one who raised me when I was really young. And I'm from Colombia. And my grandma would literally see ghosts. Part of my upbringing was so surrounded by ghosts. Yeah. Her husband, my granddad, died, and I remember being like 4 years old, standing next to her, and she would be like, oh, Fernando's like next to me, he's holding my hand.
Whoa.
And like, oh, he's gone. Like she would just be like, oh, here's this, here's that. Like ghost, she would like communicate with ghosts.
Did you feel like you saw him?
I never saw ghosts when I was young.
Okay.
But that was so normalized for me. You know how like some people are like ghosts, that's because they don't grow up with that kind of energy.
That part.
But like my grandmother was very spiritual in that sort of like witchy sense.
Was she like Catholic as well? Or?
She was not Catholic.
Oh,
no.
Okay.
But she was very like in tune. She was like she was very into like herbs and like sort of like
we gotta get her here.
Like a witch. Yeah. Good luck flying her from Colombia. But so like I grew up around that stuff. Yeah. So I was very sensitive. I was very keen. To me, that was fact. That was truth.
Yeah.
So, then growing up, then moving to the US, it's like, oh no, we don't talk about that stuff. We don't, you know what I mean? And that sort of was what informed the idea of like shame around spiritual sensitivity and like, oh, people don't like it when you talk about spirits.
no.
You know, it makes them uncomfortable.
It makes them uncomfortable. And it's crazy too, because when my grandmother passed away last year, my mom said there's in one of the episodes of that series we watched, when people are in hospice, a lot of hospice nurses say that they start talking to people who have passed away, and they're asking them to help.
That's right.
To help them transition to the other side. And my grandmother was like calling out to her deceased brother.
Wow.
And then she was calling out to other people, help me, help me. And I was like, you didn't tell me this.
Your grandma said that?
Yes.
Help me.
Help me.
So she wanted to pass on.
Yeah, she was like, help me. I can't remember her little brother's name. My mom said it. And then at one point, she was like, I had a stepfather who blah, blah, blah. My mom was like, I didn't know she had a stepfather who da-da-da-da. She was like, yeah, I was just talking to him, da-da-da-da. So when my mom told me all this, because when I found out my grandmother was on hospice, I honestly was like, sis gonna beat hospice, because she was like raised in Jim Crow and just has been like such a warrior.
Yeah.
Like her nickname was Big Bad Barbara. So in my mind, I was like, what? They said she got a certain amount of time to live. She gonna live for another 3 years. Because, she's Big Bad Barbara. But no, she was transitioning.
Wow.
And she was transitioning, right? And then I tried to play that episode of Surviving Death for my mom. And she said, I don't do this.
Because your mom is hella
Jesus,
religion.
and that's it.
Yeah.
It's Jesus, that's it. We can't have a conversation. We won't think about the afterlife. There's heaven, there's hell. I'm going to heaven. I don't know about the rest of y'all.
Yeah.
Like, that's the conversation. And anything else is demonic. I mean, down to, rap music. Like,
damn.
We're just night and day with each other. So, but yeah.
Wait, was your grandma religious at all?
Not really. She felt like so many people are like Christian in Baltimore, but and really that's across America, but not really. Y'all not doing the work. If you listening to this podcast and you a Christian, you know what I mean? My grandmother might have turned this on and been like, I'll play a little bit, like a little more open-minded, but still very much people need to believe in something, and they got to hold on to it, and they hold on to it with their lives. They like clutch it, even though they're out, doing all the things that you're not supposed to do according to the Bible.
Right.
So
but I feel like people,
that was my grandmother.
A lot of people like that, just when their lives are in chaos, that's the thing that they cling to, because they need that certainty. And they need that certainty. And
I do get it. It's scary. You want to believe in more. And
100%.
Sometimes if you aren't introduced to anything new, you're like, all right, well, if everybody believes in this is the only way, and I don't want to go to hell.
Can the same be said about us, though?
Yeah. I mean,
do we believe in ghosts because we want to believe that there's something more after life?
No, I would say personal experience.
Right.
I think we still haven't gotten. We got your ghost story. You have more.
No, I have one more.
Okay, we still got to get to that.
This is the biggest one.
Okay,
this is the
because
interaction.
I have a slight ghost story, but I'll save mine. It's not. I want to hear yours.
Quick.
Okay.
That place that I lived in Silver Lake.
Yeah.
At Descanso?
Yeah.
You've been there?
Yeah, I have been there.
That place is haunted down. That place is old. Haunted down. There is a little, right before you go up, I lived on the second floor of this very, very old house.
Yeah.
And there's a bunch of old shit, like there's just old stuff. There is right before you get into my door, there's the hallway, and it would get cold, like impossibly cold sometimes.
Yeah.
And it was just that one section, and I was like, oh, there's a spirit here. There's a spirit here that does not want to be messed with.
Yeah.
And there was energy. My friend Lou Gonzalez stayed over at my house, and he's also quite sensitive to stuff.
Oh yeah.
And he was like, bitch, you got some sort of energy here that is not good here. And I was like, okay, cool. And one night, and this was like right before I was moving out of this spot, every time I would go from the bathroom to my room before I would go to bed, after I brushed my teeth, on the way there, I always felt like someone was following me. There was no one there, of course. Yeah. But like while I was walking in the hallway, I just felt like as soon as I walked out of the bathroom, there was a force right behind me, just like walking.
Yeah.
And then as soon as I got to my room, it was fine. Until that day, I was in my bed and something woke me up. Something woke me up in the middle of the night, and it just felt like something was watching me, and I couldn't, there was nothing there. Yeah. But it just felt like something was watching me from the foot of the bed. Yeah. And that's the thing is, like, if you have a ghost experience, like you said, that you don't want interaction with, you have to ask it to leave.
Yep. You
have to
like
vocalize your intention and say that you want to leave.
You got to burn some sage.
Yes.
You got to I put like black tourmaline at the door. I was very clear. I played some, like Hertz, for like, just high vibrations.
Get those vibrations,
I was like, we got to get the vibrations and we got to get you pushed out to somewhere else.
Yes, exactly.
Because it's giving, he wasn't really, I don't know that he was there to hurt me,
no.
but I could feel your presence in ways.
But like they don't know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They don't know that they're invading your space. They don't,
Yeah.
They don't, unless shit is moving, you know what I mean? But anyway, so I was there and I didn't say anything because I was like, okay, I don't know if you're a malignant force, but I'm trying to sleep and you are not letting me do that.
Yeah.
And I turned around and I still felt the energy there. And I just turned and said, you need to get out of here.
Yeah.
But I said it kind of rude. And then I felt the covers pull back.
No, you didn't.
I swear to God.
No, you didn't.
I swear to God.
Oh my God.
The covers pulled so gently. And I said, no, you are not welcome here. I'm asking you to leave. And then gone. But that's what happened.
Oh my gosh, I got chills.
I've never experienced like literal movement. But I don't know what this spirit was going to turn. He said, "Oh, you want me gone? I'm sitting right here.
I'm sitting right here.
I'm sitting right here." Huh? So I was like, "Oh, that scared me. That was the first time a ghost encounter scared me because I've never experienced contact, movement. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? Like that was not. I felt presences, but I've never felt like actual movement. And the way it was pulled, I said, there was a moment where I was like, I must be going crazy.
Yeah, because I know you ain't out here moving my goddamn
sheets. There is no way. And I will tell it a billion times and people are like, that didn't happen. And then sometimes I'm like, it didn't. I swear to God, it happened.
Yeah.
I felt the covers pull from under. They weren't pulled from the top. They were like, someone was doing this to them. You know what I mean? Pulling them slowly.
Like we're getting in bed together.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what the intention was, of course. But maybe it was them being like, oh no, this is my house.
Yeah.
What you have to do is you have to get out of here, which is exactly what I did.
Yeah, he said, I'm actually done. I'm moving.
So actually, you can keep living there, that scary ass house, but I'm gone. Ooh. And that's what happened. But yeah.
Oof. Yeah, I haven't had any like physical touch or anything from ghost. I've had like an ancestor come to me in a dream. Yeah, yes. I think I told you this.
Talk about it. Talk about it.
And so basically, my aunt had passed away, but no one had found or discovered that her body yet. And I was in Turkey on a trip, and I, woke up and I was like, it's crazy. My Aunt Lizzie was in my dream, I think, and like kind of forgot. And I was like, I think she was trying to tell me something, but honestly didn't say it out loud. It was just like felt that way. Next night, and I don't always remember my dreams. Most of the time I can barely remember a dream. It's gone like as soon as you wake up, unless I write it down. I literally was like, wait, my aunt had me at a table. It was a family meeting. She was telling me to do something. I get to breakfast the next day after having, I believe, the same dream or her trying to reach out to me twice. And I say to my best friend, I was like, I think my aunt is trying to tell me to do something. And literally,
do you know what she's saying in the dream, or
in the dream? I just felt like I had to do something. I knew she was telling me to do something, but I just couldn't comprehend it. And I also was like, I had never dreamed about my aunt. Like I have never had her come to me in a dream. Yeah. So like I didn't have the skill of practicing, but I am in tune enough where I feel things, and I woke up like feeling like my Aunt Lizzie had just like fully took over the night and was telling me to do something. And then I didn't know what she was telling me to do. So then the next day,
because at this point you were like, oh, she's alive still.
Yeah. I was like, I'm even here having a conversation with her in this dream. And then we're at a table, like having something like a family meeting or something's happening. And I just wasn't picking up on what exactly I was supposed to do. So I woke up, ended up telling my best friend at breakfast, like, this is weird, but like my aunt's like spirit is talking to me in these dreams. And then I get back in town. Maybe a couple days later, I find out my aunt had been passed away, and they had just found her body. And that was my father's twin sister. My Aunt Lady, who I believe now after getting all, and actually even when I found out Aunt Lady passed away, I was like, oh, sad and,
Did you put two and two together?
Not right away.
Wow.
It literally took like a week later and I was like, Ooh.
Okay.
Okay, see?
Okay.
It took that.
Whew. Aunt Lady.
So it took that. And then I was like, wow, she really was talking to me in this dream. And I wish I was just like a little sharper and I would have been able to pick up what she was putting down.
What do you think she was trying to say?
Maybe go check on her, send somebody, trying to like get me to check in with the family. It felt like I was supposed to do something for my family and I didn't know what. And I also had never had that happen in a dream with a ghost. Wow. So
maybe her spirit was like trapped in the body or something and was like, yeah, you need to tell them.
Or they did, but they just hadn't found the body yet. She was in the house for about a week before they found her body.
But that's what I'm saying. It's
so
like,
maybe, until her body was found.
Call me or something,
release.
Check up on me,
help.
tell my parents. Yes.
So I feel like.
And she probably went to you because she probably knew that you were sensitive to that kind of stuff.
Yeah. So, and my Aunt Lizzie is the one who came to me, not my Aunt Lady. My Aunt Lizzie is her sister.
Right.
So her sister was so like telling me, and I had a strong relationship with my Aunt Lizzie, so that makes sense that she would come to me in a dream. Right. I didn't even tell my cousins because I didn't want to freak them out or break. They'd probably be like, what tap into their, that's weird. Grief is tough.
Yeah.
So but I just remember being like, that was crazy because then the second night it was so intentional. But yeah, that's my dream ghost experience.
Ghosts are weird.
I know. They're like, yeah, hey, we want to get in here. Would you haunt your ex?
Would I haunt my ex? Would I haunt my ex? I always threaten to when I'm dating them. I'm like, you better not fuck up or else I will haunt you when I'm dead. I don't think so. Okay. There's so many better people to haunt. I would haunt my friends for sure. I would haunt your ass so quick. The first person I would go, because it would be funny. It would be funny. I would haunt people that I'd be like, yeah, hey, let's just hang out. Would you haunt your ex?
Probably not.
Like, what would you even do?
I don't even know. I mean, you can be scary as a ghost. Moving a sheet is scary.
Yeah, but why?
Yeah.
Why exert all that force? I'm sure it takes so much force energy to move literal stuff around. Yeah. I'm not about that. I'm tired living. Yeah. I'm gonna be more tired dead. Yeah. Let me just hang out. Let's talk.
I just want to be like chilling.
Put a movie on. Let's just chill.
Where would I don't know do you believe ghosts get stuck like in
I think arenas? So.
Yeah. So
because I don't think ghosts can really, unless they're attached to a specific object and this object moves somewhere else. Like, I don't think they have the capability of just sort of like roaming, you know what I mean? Roaming the world.
Until they get sucked off. That's what they say in Ghost, the TV series, when they get sucked off to heaven.
Again, please hire Shakira so she can stop talking like this.
Okay, Ghost the movie or Ghostbusters?
Ghost the movie or Ghostbusters?
Really?
It's problematic.
Wow. And why do you hate black women and Whoopi Goldberg in particular?
I don't hate. Whoopi Goldberg is the only good thing in that movie, I will say. I haven't seen the movie.
You haven't seen Ghost?
No, of course. It's a romantic comedy. Like, what am I going to watch romance movies about? No.
Didn't she win the Academy Award for
she certainly did.
Yes, it's great.
She certainly did.
You would love
it. I could go on. She played the token.
Yeah, she did.
Black.
She was like
comedic. Do you know what I mean? It's like that inherently is problematic. Yeah. Ghostbusters is also problematic because there is a lot of like really shady sexual problematic shit that Bill Murray's character does.
Oh no.
That I'm like, this would not fly today.
Yeah.
You know what? I'll say neither.
Neither.
How about that?
Okay. Do ghosts haunt rich people?
They should.
They should, right?
They specifically should.
They should only haunt rich people.
God dang. Yeah, you think
get
ghosts...
them. Go get your billionaires.
There's got to be. I mean,
help us.
Ghosts, right? Yeah. I think ghosts haunt. Even if it's metaphorical ghosts, those rich people or bad people, they got ghosts. But
do they even know? Are they even in tune to it?
Have you ever seen the documentary, The Art of Killing? Or The Act of Killing?
No.
Oof.
What's it about?
Oof.
Oh, no.
It's about this documentary crew that meets up with this guy who was part of this some sort of like coup that happened where he killed a bunch of people in cold blood. and was like very proud about it, like very like, look at, So what they did was they were like, hey, can we reenact your life as a movie and you star in the movie?
Huh.
And so like, he's like, of course, yeah, people need to know how. And so like the bravado was so big, like I killed this person, shot him in the face, blah, blah, blah. I shot him in front of him. Like just like very gross, toxic, macho bullshit. But halfway through the movie, where they're reenacting the scenes, you see him feel remorse. And there is one scene that I will never forget where
This is a real movie.
This is a real movie where he talks about like killing all these people and then he starts gagging.
A ghost.
Like literally like, and he starts throwing up. And it's like, oh, the ghosts have caught up to you.
Yeah.
The ghosts have caught up to you.
Wait, why wasn't he in prison for murder?
I think he just got away with stuff.
And then said, yeah, I did do it.
Yeah.
And never went to prison for it.
Mm-mm. I think he went to prison for a little bit, but then they were like, no. It was like, I think Indonesia is where it happened. Oh. Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, let me fact check this because I don't want to be.
Yeah, tell us that. Drop that name again. Can ghosts occupy bodies?
Like Whoopi Goldberg?
Yeah, like Whoopi Goldberg and ghosts.
Can ghosts? I don't think so. Again, back to that energy thing. Like exerting, like doing this for a ghost is like so hard.
Yeah.
Can you like imagine embodying a human being?
I mean,
fully pulling a ratatouille on a human being?
I think
insane.
It would be tough, but I also think if like they asked for you to come in, they could potentially get in there.
Oh, like a medium.
Yeah.
Have you ever had a medium? Met with a medium?
I did, but she didn't really do like regular medium. I've had like psychics, but not mediums. I haven't talked to any people that are dead, like family members through a medium. Even though if Tyler Henry had an opening, I would love for him to pull up some.
Who's Tyler Henry?
He's like the medium for the stars.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, he's like,
how expensive
or that blonde woman in
yes.
that. Yes. Oh, I looked her up. I tried to get in. You didn't get in there.
Dang. I mean,
she like her wait list was like 5 years.
There's a reason why they're so expensive.
They're so expensive.
You know?
But I mean, of course they are. You want to, connect and talk to the people you lost. And how else do you do it?
Dang. Okay. I'll say one thing.
Okay.
I'll say one thing. I was on. This is a shout out to Roz Hernandez, who is a host of a podcast called Ghosted, which is, you should have her on for sure.
Okay, we love.
And she talks about all these ghost stories, and I do a lot of her live shows. And in the live shows, I play we do a dumb bit where I play a haunted doll a different doll every show. And in the show, she brings a medium and they have a conversation, and she brought a medium and she was giving me weird energy, this medium. And I was like, I don't want to communicate with her because I feel like she was the kind of medium that she would like talk.
Yeah.
And she's like, mother wants to say, like out of nowhere, will just be like, you, oh yeah. And there's someone named John. And you know what I mean? Just like, and very like honest, And I was just like, I don't want to deal with anything right now. Like, I really don't. And
did she pick you?
I avoided her.
Yeah.
And then as soon as I did, so part of the show is that I am backstage and I'm through a God mic talking through the doll.
Yeah.
And she's already there. And as soon as I do my bit, she says, I will need to talk to the voice of this. And I said, oh, God.
Oh, no.
Oh, God. And after the show's over, I'm trying to run, get the hell out of there. And she stops me. And she's like, don't avoid this.
Was it your sis? Who was it?
No. She said, this is weird.
Yeah.
She said, there is a man who's been following you around. I was like, oh. She's like, he's older. She like described him. And she was like, you met him when you were very young, but he's like, you don't know him, but he knows you. Shoot. And he's been protecting you since you were very young. And I was like, ugh. For some reason, I was like, I don't like that. I don't know. He's not a relative? Weird.
That is weird.
And she's like, your left arm hurts a lot, right? And I was like, it certainly does.
Yeah.
And she's like, it's him squeezing your shoulder, leading you. He's very rough on you.
Hey.
But it's like out of love. And she's like, that's why. And she's like, but he's kept you alive many, many times.
Really?
So I was like,
wow.
Oh my God. But it's weird.
It is weird.
Someone who isn't a relative, just a
random, probably guy? Like maybe an old relative, like an old.
Like a friend of a family or something.
Mm-hmm. So we do have to get to the activities. There are some fun ghost stories I was going to bring up. The Myrtles Plantation, one of the most haunted places in America. The ghost of a slave named Cleo, who was allegedly killed after poisoning the family, is said to appear in the photographs. Would you rather be Cleo or Cleo alive on the plantation, or Cleo dead as a ghost? Who would you rather be?
So you're asking me, would I rather be a slave or dead? Yeah. I'd rather be dead.
Okay. Well, there we go. We have it there. Up. Okay. The Tower of London. Dozens of ghosts reportedly haunt the tower, including Anne Boleyn. Does she appear headless, or does she carry her head like a clutch?
Oh.
What is she giving? What is she giving?
I don't know. That's so interesting. It's like, how do they materialize in the afterlife? I would like to think that she has a sort of sense of humor to be like, let me carry this head around. Yeah. This is a necessity for me now.
Does it like slide off sometimes? And like she's like,
so you think she like puts it on?
That's what I'm wondering.
Do you think she carries it?
How does she materialize?
I think she like made a Bjorn and puts it in front of her like a little baby.
She made that in the afterlife?
You can.
Okay. Anything's possible.
I didn't say it was easy. Listen, she's been dead for a long time. She can macrame Bjorn for sure.
That is true. La Lorna. The weeping woman ghost who is said to have drowned her children and now
Llorona? Is that what you're trying to say? You are awful in Spanish.
How does this kind of representation spark joy for you, Oscar? Huh? Do you feel seen?
Population control. I think that's super cool. You know, she's sort of like, you know, it's a very powerful stance against the Latina matriarch, you know, that they're more than just baby making machines. Okay. So, you know, I think La Llorona is a really big political statement. Llorona. That means crier. Why'd you start singing?
It has 2 L's.
Huh?
Doesn't it have 2 L's?
It does have 2 L's.
I'm trying my best, Oscar.
Oh my God. Who's your research department?
The producer of the show is apologizing. Please don't cancel her. She did her best.
Oh my God.
You know. Okay. Do you want to summon some ghosts, Oscar?
No, but let's do it.
Yay! So welcome to the podcast where we summon ghosts. We have a spirit board. See, I got it right.
That's right. Thank you. Thank you for not. Yeah.
And I actually have. I don't know if I'll be able to get people we know, but we're gonna see if we can.
Where did you get this?
Guatemala.
And yet your Spanish is so terrible. Wow.
It's not that bad. Aren't you being a little dramatic?
It's not that. What the hell?
Okay.
Okay, let's talk about the spirit board. Have you ever conjured anything with this spirit board?
I have not.
Have you used it before?
No, but I did pray over it. Before
Pray over it? Is that how you should handle a spirit board?
Yeah, ask for good spirits to be present and for good stuff. But I also did ask for my grandmother to come through.
On this thing. So you're like channeling specifically your grandma.
Well, whoever wants to, but I figure like I trust her, you know?
Now people run away from spirit boards like the plague. They say that this is a conduit of evil.
We got
oh wow, you have stuff. Okay.
We've got their obituaries. My Granny Pay, my Granny Barbara, and also.
Okay, let's be real.
No.
Who do you want to talk to more?
I feel like Granny Barbara because
Why?
she's funny. She's cunty.
You can't say that on a podcast.
I can't say that.
You can't. No.
I just said it though.
Okay.
So, who do you
Things
think?
You should know. Pick a quiet place to use your spirit board.
Okay.
And cleanse it with sage or incense to remove any negativity. Did we do that?
Yeah.
Don't lie.
I saged the house.
Invite your friend, to use the spirit board with you and make sure everyone is in a good mood. Are you in a good mood?
I'm in a great mood.
Okay,
how are you? You in a good mood?
Yes.
Feeling
Be
good?
polite. This is going to be a challenge for you. Be polite to the spirit and always remember to say goodbye to end your session.
Okay.
Okay.
And also, I'm going to light a candle.
Okay.
This is the prayer. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
I call on divine protection and only invite in spirits of love, truth, and light. No harm shall come to me or those present. We keep it cute or we keep it moving. Thank you. Amen. And no jump scares, please. Thank you. I mean, maybe one. Okay. Ready?
Why are you inviting one jump scare?
Okay. Do we think?
Is this a scented candle?
It's a spirit candle.
Oh, okay. I was going to say.
It is scented, though.
What? Oh, God.
How often do you check in with ghosts on a podcast?
No, this is a first. I've done a lot for podcasts, but this is the first time.
First time?
I've
we
ever
love to hear that.
communicated with the dead.
Okay. So we both have to put our hand above it.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
We have to reach in. Okay. I'm as close as I can get without losing my mic.
Okay, so you just turn do you know what this is called?
You tell me.
The planchette.
The planchette. So I just turned the planchette over. And we are going to sit. We got to sit with spirit for a beat and then ask. Hi. Are there any spirits here with us?
Wait, I'm sorry. What are we supposed to do?
Okay. We're supposed to be waiting for the spirit to come.
How do we know it's here?
I think they moved this, right?
No, you have to lightly touch it.
If so, please push us to yes.
Wait, hold on. No. Back to the beginning.
Okay.
Back to the start.
Well, you do it. You do it.
Okay, fine. Okay.
Okay.
Are you touching the
I'm
planchette?
touching it. I'm touching it barely.
Okay. Two fingers on the planchette.
You have to keep it light.
Yeah. Light.
So you don't cheat.
Okay. We would like to welcome any spirits to manifest in the spirit board. You're moving it.
I'm not.
You're moving it because the planchette is moving.
Now you're moving it.
I'm not moving it at all.
Okay.
If you are here, it's moving. Oh, God. Okay. Here we go. What is the scent of this candle?
Yeah.
It's overpowering, actually.
You don't like the scent of this candle?
It's like, what is it? Vanilla?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's fresh. It smells good.
Okay.
Is it moving?
Spirit, it's moving. Spirit, are you here? Please tell us if you are here. I guess we should look at the board, right?
Mm-hmm.
See how it's moving?
But not like really moving.
You're not touching the planchette at all.
Because I want to make sure I'm not moving it.
You're supposed to touch the thing.
You got to have your hands hovered over it.
No, you're not.
Okay. It looks like...
Stop it. You're going to get haunted, I swear.
Okay. I was pushing it just now, but it's okay. I don't know that any spirits are here.
Okay. Thank you for your time.
Thank you for your time and
goodbye. Okay, flip it over.
There we go.
Goodbye. It was moving.
It was moving a little, but it wasn't moving all the way over to one side or the other.
I think it was going on the no side, I think.
Yes. Well.
So that must mean that there's spirits here, but they don't want to be bothered. It is, in fact, it is a Sunday.
It is a Sunday, which is what?
Rest day.
Okay.
They don't want to be working.
Is Sunday a rest day for everybody that's not a part of the Abrahamic religions? Sunday's just known as a rest day for why?
Yeah.
Okay. I thought it was a religious thing.
Why? No, it's God's day,
yeah.
but...
Okay, I'm checking in.
It's a rest day.
So we have a little bit of time left, barely any. I wanted to do a little breath work to close out the session.
No.
Oscar!
You remember when you took me to a breathwork class and I had honest to God, panic attack.
It was great.
No, I hated it.
You loved it.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't. I had a
changing
full-on
his narrative
panic attack
now.
and said, I can't breathe. Oh my God, I will die at this session.
No, you did
Yes,
not.
I did.
You left out being like, oh, I guess I feel lighter. And then we went and got food. You actually loved it.
I'm a stress eater.
Gosh. Well, we were supposed to do a little breath work. I'll save it for the next session.
Okay, good.
Actually, I'll do it for 5 seconds because I don't have that long. You're going to do 2 inhales through the nose and 1 out the mouth.
Okay, I'll do it too.
You ready? Mm-hmm. Okay, ready? 3, 2. Five more. Yay! Thank you for checking out I'm Kinda That Witch. We are going to plug Oscar. Oscar, what do you want folks to do and watch and come to?
You want to plug me? Well, you can follow me on social media at Ozzymo, Ozzymo on Instagram and Blue Sky.
And plug him.
What the heck? You're not a ghost.
You did that. Anywho, and then you can follow me at Shakira Pay on IG, Blue Sky, TikTok, Red Note.
You're on Red Note?
Yeah, I actually like it a lot. They kicked us off of TikTok for 24 hours. I had to find a home.
You're insane.
Well, anywho, thank you all for being here. Next time we'll do the full minute of breath work. I highly recommend taking that breath and doing it and releasing some stress. We love you.
Okay, and here's where you say your catchphrase.
Oh, this is the show where Mercury is always in retrograde. This is the show where Mercury is always in retrograde. I had to find my camera.
Okay, but isn't that chaotic?
Is there a problem? Oscar, why do you hate me?
It's your show.
Huh?
Welcome to the show where Mercury is always in retrograde.
Welcome to the show where Mercury is always in retrograde. How was that? Is that better? A ghost has got me.
It's that giraffe and it wants its skin back. That giraffe wants its skin back, for sure.
How dare you. Anywho, thank you guys. See you next time.